What is going on today, guys? Tom Cat here, and today we are back in SpinTires MudRunner, and I know it's April Fool's today, but this video doesn't have any joke-related stuff. I did a little bit of a thing on my Instagram page. If you guys want to go check that out, you can, I guess, if you want to see an April Fool's joke that some of you said was really, really bad, and others of you thought it was kind of funny. But regardless of that, we have a few new things to go over with SpinTires MudRunner, and a main thing is the new update that was just recently announced yesterday. So I believe it was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm actually recording this on vacation right now, so there's a little bit of stuff I may have missed. I'm a little bit of maybe a day behind on some of this news, but also, as you can see in this video, we are using CCS's 2010 JKU that he converted over into MudRunner, and it's actually a really impressive rig, and it still is. Here, I brought it to the bog because you'll see it runs around pretty much everywhere on the map before it runs around pretty much everywhere on the map without even changing down in the gears all that much or without getting stuck until we get to the swamp, which the swamp pretty much disabled this thing. But now, as you guys may have noticed over the course of the past week, they did implement map support into the Steam Workshop. However, if you were to just subscribe to a map and then download it, then you wouldn't actually see it in your game. Now, the way you actually see this in your game is you right-click on MudRunner in the Steam dashboard and you go to Properties, then you go over to Betas, and then you'll see that there's a beta you can opt into, and then by doing that, that's how you'll get access to be able to use that map installation feature and map sharing feature from the workshop. And basically what that is that's them testing out a new way of sharing maps. But not only that, they do plan to implement full map modding support, like basically map editor support into the game, basically in about this coming month or so. So very soon the map you should have the ability to just create whatever map you want and be pretty much good to go, and it'll be fully supported, and also you'll have the ability to just easily download them through the Steam Workshop. And I mean, as you guys I'm sure have noticed, the workshop got flooded, absolutely flooded recently with maps, and that is why. That's 100% why, and the whole reasoning behind that, again, was to give people a little bit of an easier way to install and share maps rather than having to use either the traditional method of installing them manually or using the JSGME or whatever method you use to install maps. But it also makes map installation a little bit safer, because a lot of people do tend to find sometimes that some maps come with things that maybe aren't exactly advertised, and they don't feel quite confident downloading maps from certain websites, and this kind of removes that little layer that for some people is a little uncomfortable. So if you've been waiting for map installation to be a little bit more controlled and a little bit more properly kind of cataloged and kept up and, kept together, then this update is definitely something that you're going to be interested in, and along with people that make maps. This is going to be very, very important for map creators, because the people that really put a lot of work in and effort in to create these maps, it's a lot easier to get them out there and get them shared in the community by just uploading them straight to the Steam Workshop, just like you would with a truck or a car or whatever it is that you would normally mod into the game. Now, they also announced that MudRunner USA, as a work-in-progress title, they are continuing work on that. They said that that's something they're really, they're really getting into, really going forward with, and hopefully that they will be bringing forward this year. And if they do that, that will be absolutely incredible, dude. If they do that, oh my god, I am so up for that. I'm so ready for that. But if not, if not late this year, then early next year. But definitely, if it's late this year, then you guys know exactly what you'll be seeing. Well, one of the things that you'll be seeing on the channel later this year, if MudRunner USA comes to I guess fruition, I guess you would say. Now, also another thing is they did also mention that they are working on ways of possibly bringing your favorite mods to the consoles, and they haven't exactly said how, or they haven't said how far out that is. It's probably way out there, but at the same time, they are working on it, and they are exploring ways to bring that into the game, and I think that that's a really good thing, because they've heard that as as they watch the community, and they watch the forums, they've seen some of my videos, and they've read some of your guys' comments, and a lot of the things with that is that's good, because it allows us to kind of get the messages out there as a community, because they listen to that. and I think there's been such an outcry for mods on consoles that they kind of hinted at the fact that they may not be able to get every single mod onto the consoles, but at least, now they said your favorite mods. And when they say something like your favorite mods, that usually means that it's going to be something that's a little bit more cherry-picked as far as what mods actually make the cut, but any mods on console would be a really good first step, so I think that that's really a step in the right direction for the series, and I think that they're going to be looking at a really, really good future for that if they're able to get mods onto consoles. Now, if it's trucks and maps, that would be amazing. If it's just trucks, then that would be, I mean, that would be cool, and if it's just maps, I mean, the maps kind of go hand in hand with trucks, because you can't really make a really difficult map without actually having trucks that are capable of managing the dynamics of that map. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the maps, some of the mod maps, there's no way stock trucks can make it through them. And I think that's a telltale sign that the stock trucks are really, I mean, the stock trucks are very underpowered, and we all know that. I mean, there's a couple that are a lot more capable, but for the most part, they're very underpowered, and they're also very undergripped for some of these modded maps. Now, they're good for the stock maps, don't get me wrong, they're really good for the stock maps, but the maps that you'll see either on the internet or like now in the workshop, a lot of those maps are way too difficult for the stock trucks to actually hold their own, especially when it comes to the really deep mud. Now, also to finish up as a final topic, I did want to talk about the fact that they're also announcing that since the Valley DLC did really well, they want to bring another DLC update to the game, which would of course be on PC and console, and that would include hopefully another new map and new vehicles. They haven't said exactly what it'll include yet, but they did say that they're working on it, and they will hopefully have something more to share with us later this month. That would be really, really cool if that does come out, and I would be very, very excited to play around with that, because I really enjoyed the Valley. I enjoyed the map. I think it was a fun map to play through. It wasn't quite as long as I figured it would be. It didn't take quite as long to get through as I thought it would, but at the same time, sorry, wow, excuse me. At the same time, it was still a really, really fun map, and I had a good time playing with it. So I definitely think that it's going to be, a good update. I just don't know what's going to be in it. And I'm personally hoping for something a little bit. More on the different side, something a little bit more crazy, maybe something like a snow map, for example, or something like with a bunch of, you know, roads with massive drop-offs on one side and massive cliffs on the other side, like something really, really, really out there. I would love to see them do that. If they did, that would be really, really awesome and really, really cool. But definitely a lot of good stuff here in this content update from them, and I'm really excited to see where they go from here. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Tell me in the comments down below what you guys thought of it, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And also do remember that, again, this background is a little bit different because I am currently on vacation. I will be home tomorrow. As of when you see this video, I'll be home tomorrow, so I'll be back to my home studio. And but anyways, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see y'all next time. Talk to you guys later.